Once again, finished up this summer already, knocking doors with every single one of my sales reps. I've shared a few stories of their experiences with me, and I'll be going through round 2 in the coming weeks. It's still a little early in the summer yet, but a few things that I learned that I thought would be helpful to pass on to those business owners or managers that are also trying to knock doors with their guys, what they should be looking for, and some of the things that are going to be key to making sure your reps have a good summer sales experience or increasing production and just overall having a good time. And when we're selling, we're having a good time, certainly. So the first thing I notice with a lot of sales reps is they get caught in the trap of following protocol as far as certain steps that you may teach in your sales processes. And in my company, we teach the idea of a 5-step initial approach. Well, rather than rattling these things off 1 through 5, what we try to teach our sales reps is that these 5 steps can be very organic. And that means that, you know what, if you started with step 5 and then went to step 3 and 2 and then 4 and 1, whatever it is, it doesn't matter as long as all 5 pieces of that initial approach are in there. The order with which they come is irrelevant, quite frankly. And a lot of sales reps that I notice in my own company is they'll get caught in this, I just say this, 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 and this, and it just sounds very repetitive. It sounds very robotic. I write about that in my book, Door-to-Door Millionaire, that you get a lot of sales reps who just go through the motions. One thing that you cannot forget that makes the best reps is really those that are able to have a discussion with people rather than try to sell them something. And that discussion will eventually lead into a sale. One thing I also note in my book is the ultimate compliment that you can get as a door-to-door sales rep. And that's to hear somebody say, I'm sure glad you weren't one of those door-to-door sales reps. Happened to me again this summer when I was knocking doors with one of my guys. He wanted me to do a few approaches for him. So I, of course, did that, sold somebody. As we're walking out of the house, sure enough, they went ahead and said that ultimate compliment, which is always great to hear, but it also proves that most door-to-door sales reps sound the same. And so your reps have to sound a little bit different. They can't act and talk like everybody else that's been going up to these people's doors. So, and then finally, to me, the game of door-to-door sales is more reactionary than anything. And you have to prepare your reps for what the customer is going to say, not necessarily just what they're going to say. And I think these two pieces kind of fit together, right? Like what happens is if somebody's got in their mind exactly what they're going to say before somebody comes to the door, and you can kind of get a gauge of how they're feeling or what their attitude, what their time frame is, you're really going to not be successful in making strides and communicating with people and having a conversation with people. That's the key, is to make things sound as natural as possible. And so being really good at reactionary conversation rather than just initiating the conversation is super important as well. But anyway, best of luck out there. Those of you that are still cranking and knocking doors, a great time to be out knocking doors. Sun's up, sun's out, people are in a good mood, it's summer break, and just overall a great time to get out and make some sales, make some good money. Talk to you later.